I was born in Montreal. My parents lived on the South Shore in Montreal. They both listened to a lot of the Beatles and the Doors when I was a kid. When I was 2 years old, I had like a huge crush on Paul McCartney, and like I was just really into the Beatles.
My childhood, I guess, was in Toronto in North York, which was just kind of, it was cool. It was a bit more urban there than people might think.
I guess I always felt kind of like an outsider or something, but like I didn't really feel like, I don't know, like I knew how to like really express who I was.
When I was 12, I moved to Uxbridge, so my adolescence was lived out in like a country town, which was also really, really beautiful. I probably appreciated it more than I would even admit it at the time, but it was, yeah, really, really beautiful. So I'm happy that I got to see kind of both extremes.
I spent a lot of time just like going on the internet and like researching music and like, I don't know, I was really curious and just always like changing what I was into. I don't know, kind of like making my own trends that like I would be the only one to follow or something.
The summer before I moved to Montreal, I had a really great time. I had a vehicle, and just driving around in the country is like one of the best things. Because I was making a little bit of music with Devin, so he would come over. I was painting quite a bit at that time too. I'm really not a good painter, but I really enjoy it.
I think I was 19 or 20, and I moved. So I went straight from like my parents' place to live at the Torn Curtain, which was pretty weird. That's where I met Kyle. He was like living in a room next to mine. But I also like didn't really know what I wanted to do with music back then, so I was kind of just like, taking things in. There's a lot of like noise, people making music, and like I thought that was like what I had to do. Then I realized I was just like a songwriter, and like I like to sing and like make, I guess like, you know, kind of like traditional pop songs or something.
Another stretch of mine.
Certain music, when I hear it now, just brings me right back to childhood, and I just remember the specific sensation of my mom putting on music really loud in our sort of like 90s house, particularly Oasis. It's a good sort of portal back in time, but not necessarily in like, I guess it's nostalgic, but it's different. It's more just like, it's like astral traveling.
I feel like these two things probably like sum me up in a really easy way. It's just like a book for children where it's like this character, Eloise. I think she's kind of like me. Like I feel like it's like she's kind of like, it's my world, it's like me, Eloise, I do what I want. And she lives like in a hotel with her mom, but her mom's never there, so she's getting taken care of by her nanny. You know, bettering myself is something I'm really interested in. I always like, you know, want to do the best I can do and be the best person I can be. It's good for like the context of like the band, because it can be hard to, you know, have like a healthy relationship because you're so close to someone and you're both, you know, both doing something that means a lot.
This record's really cool. It's like field recordings from Africa, just sort of like indigenous music. I'm pretty into sort of looking like kind of Lord of the Flies-y. If I can pull it off, kind of like stranded on an island, like makeshift clothing, just kind of like primitive society, but with a sort of more of like a kind of like artistic splendor, I guess.
Oh, I also brew my own kombucha in the closet. But it looks, yeah, it doesn't look very good. But I know it's like, it's healthy. It's not like moldy or anything. It definitely took a while for us to like learn how to make music together. Because we were just trying a lot of stuff, and like it was always like, let's jam, and I'm not a jammer, like I'm really shy. And I need to do a lot of stuff like by myself. So for the longest time, like it wasn't working because of that. And then at some point I just like started writing songs on sounds that he would make like by myself, and then show it to him, and then we play shows with that. Yeah.